We have all had the feeling before. Anxious thoughts, irritable and short temper. Your back and your shoulders just ache. You are stressed. As college students, we have all felt what it's like to be stressed. In fact, many of us got stressed at the thought of having to give a speech, including myself. According to NBC News, 1 in 5 college undergrad students is constantly stressed. I want to talk to you today about stress because it's important to learn about stress and what we can do to help calm our nerves. Today I'm going to be answering 3 questions for you. The first question is, what is stress? The second question is, how does stress affect my body? The third question is, what are some things I can do to manage my stress? What is stress? According to the American Psychological Association, stress is often described as a feeling of being overwhelmed, worried, or run down. Stress can be caused by a numerous amount of things, such as major life changes, work, financial problems, relationship difficulties, and family. There are 3 main types of stress. The 3 main types of stress are acute stress, episodic acute stress, and chronic stress. Acute stress occurs when we have a deadline to meet, such as a paper to write. Another example of acute stress is running late for a business meeting. Acute stress is only short-term. Episodic stress is more serious than acute stress. This is when a person is constantly stressed or worrying about everything. A person with episodic stress would walk around irritated and angry. They would also overreact to situations, and in their eyes, life would be miserable. Everything would be going wrong. The worst kind of stress out of these 3 is chronic stress. Chronic stress wears down a person and makes them believe their life is miserable. It makes them feel as if they're on a large obstacle course which they can simply not overcome. According to the DIY Stress Relief article, 2 main causes for this kind of stress is poverty and a dysfunctional family. Stress is our body's way of dealing with a demand. Now that you have a basic understanding about what stress is and some different types of stress, I am now going to inform you about the effects stress has on your body. How does stress affect our bodies? Stress can lead to physical symptoms, including headaches, upset stomach, elevated blood pressure, chest pain, and problems sleeping. Stress can also be harmful to the body when people use gateways to try to get rid of their stress or lower it, such as tobacco and alcohol. According to WebMed, 43% of adults suffer from adverse health effects from stress. Stress affects many Americans, and stress is a serious issue that needs to be dealt with. Now that I have informed you about how serious the issue of stress is, and told you that you need to have ways to deal with it, and now that you have a little bit better of understanding about what stress actually is, I'm now going to inform you some ways that will help you manage your stress. What can I do to manage my stress? According to the Daily Life, there are 4 things you can do to manage your stress. The first thing you can do is make a list. Yes, it is as simple as it sounds. If there's a problem you need to fix, make a list of things that help you solve that problem. This will help you realize the solution to the problem and minimize your stress level. The second thing you can do to minimize your stress level, take a break. Simple as it sounds, give yourself a break. You can do this by listening to music, writing in a journal, or simply talking to a friend or taking a nap. Just give yourself a break. The third thing you can do to relieve your stress is talk it out with family and friends. Talking through what's stressing you out with your family and friends can give you a different perspective on your situation, and this will dramatically lower your stress level. It will make you feel better. The fourth thing you can do to minimize your stress is realize the things that you cannot control. Instead of getting worked up over things that you really have no control over, just learn to take a few deep breaths. and stay calm as possible. Staying strong and learning to cope with the issues that are stressing you out that you cannot control is going to make a huge improvement on your stress level. Making a list, giving yourself a break, talking it out, and learning to accept the things that you cannot control are 3 really good strategies when managing stress. In conclusion, stress, it's a part of our daily lives. Today I've informed you about what stress is, the effects and toll it takes on your body, and how to manage the stress with 4 simple strategies. From my speech, I hope you learned some useful tips on how to manage your stress, and I hope that you realize that stress is something we all go through. Every single one of us go through stress. We just need to learn how to cope with it.